I'm C1.
And I'm C2.
And this is The Christopher Show. So it's been a while since we've done a show. There have been several things that have happened. I think the last show we did was about March. We were talking about things like Michigan. We were talking about WWE. Since then, we've moved. Obviously, we have a new setup. We've also changed studios. We've made our own studio at our new place.
Yep.
It's taken a lot of work. We've been waiting for some things to come in. And then on top of that, I've traveled a few places. I went to Alabama to see my family, hung out with them for a while. Then from there, I went to India for some work that I had to do, and then came back to Alabama again to see my family again before coming back here. So you're looking at a couple of months that have passed. During that time, you've been working. You've been going back and forth as well. Where have you been going?
I've been going to Vegas back and forth pretty much.
All right, so you've been there a few times, right, since then? So what's taking you out that way? Anything in special? I know, right? We won't discuss what took you out there. We'll leave it. But, man, did your face turn red for a moment. All good. I know, right? So anyway, aside from that, I mean, there's been a lot happening as well with politics. I mean, Trump had the conviction over the last couple of weeks in New York where he had the trial for like 6 weeks, and then they came out and railroaded him.
Yep.
Then you also had Sports World. Caitlin Clark has gone on to the WNBA.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And, I mean, she made waves in college, and now she's making waves in the pros, and I know that some people are giving her backlash. Have you heard about that?
A little bit. I'm not too familiar with it.
So there are a lot of people that are jealous. So, like, we've been playing the sport for a long time, and we've been trying to bring all this attention to the WNBA, and she's getting attention because she has special privilege or whatever, because I don't know if you know, but Caitlin's a white player.
Yeah, I know that.
And so there's some of it that's looking at race. Some of it's trying to play that card up a little more than they should. But the reality was, I mean, she did amazing things in college.
Yeah, she killed it. She was a great three-point shooter. I remember watching that. Didn't she compete against Curry, too, in a three-point contest?
I don't know about that. I didn't know that.
I swear I saw that. I'd have to look it up to confirm it. But
now I'm going to have to Google it when we're done at the show.
Yeah.
But there was that happening, and so that was in sports. Then WWE, Cody Rhodes wound up getting the championship finally.
That was awesome to watch.
That was a great...
Well-deserved.
Well-deserved, and not to mention the way they did it was unique for someone getting a championship after so many years. I mean, Cody's had a long journey, for those of you that don't know. I mean, it's Dusty Rhodes' son. It's a big story. His dad almost got the championship or had the championship for a moment, and then they yanked it from him because of some kind of match issue, match error or whatever. So Dusty never really got the title. And so it was all about Cody finishing his dad's story a generation later. And his dad passed away several years ago. Yeah. So it was truly a very emotional moment as well. Not just for Cody, but for all the fans that have been following him as well. Cody started with WWE a long time ago, like when you were a kid.
I remember watching him because wasn't he partnered with Randy Orton, and who was the other guy?
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah.
Yep. Then they were known as Legacy.
Yep.
And then Randy wound up going on to Evolution. Cody did some other things where he followed in his brother's footsteps a little bit.
What was it, Gold Dust or Gold Star?
Yeah, Stardust, was it?
Stardust.
There we go, Stardust. Because it's gold. Now you got me messed up. It's gold. It's Gold Dust, right?
Yeah,
Gold Dust and then Stardust. Okay. So he did that, but he wasn't happy with his character. And there's actually a WWE episode about that actually talks about the way he went away on his journey and how Vince... It's emotional, dude. Even for me as a fan of WWE, hearing about Cody coming back and the way it happened where Vince flew out himself to go say, hey, Cody, come sign with me, because he found out that his contract was up with AEW.
Yeah. Well, wasn't he the founder of AEW or something?
Exactly. It's such a good filling story, because he was told no at WWE about being the star center or the star piece or things like that. Yeah. And so he went on a journey. He built his fan base from ground, like it was literally ground level kind of stuff where he's going out there building that. Then he's like, hey, I'm going to start a new organization. So he started AEW. He got that going. It's actually still doing really well even after he left. And that's a testament, because I think wrestling definitely needs more than just the WWE.
It needs some kind of competition to keep it entertaining rather than just the only form of wrestling that you can watch.
Well, that, and there are so many great wrestlers that you wouldn't get to see if AEW wasn't around. I mean, Edge and Christian were over with WWE. They're older wrestlers, and they got to go away to AEW, and they've had their runs over there. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, AJ Styles was over there, too, for a while, right?
I think so. I know AJ Styles actually came from TNA a long time ago. But there, and even the older wrestlers like Ric Flair and I think Sting also went over there, and
Yep.
Sting wound up winning the championship for a little bit. So, so a lot of good things. But going back to Cody, he had to defeat Roman Reigns. The cool thing was they brought The Rock in,
Yep.
and they were supposed to push The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and the crowds and the fans said,
No.
"Fuck no."
Yeah.
They got livid about it.
It literally comes up to the thing of the WWE listens to its fans. It is not a service to itself. It is a service to the fan.
If they see something that comes to life, they thought they were going to have a Rock versus Roman Reigns for the championship at
Yep.
WrestleMania, and Cody had won Royal Rumble. You and I watched that.
Yep.
And so winning the Royal Rumble is supposed to give you the opportunity to fight whoever you want in that match. So you had to choose between Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns, and you wound up choosing Roman Reigns. And then, I mean, it's such a great story, but then Roman Reigns was like, oh, we're going to do the bloodline thing where we have The Rock versus Roman, and the crowd just got behind Cody in a phenomenal way. And you saw Triple H. I mean, Triple H came out and he said it. He said, bro, we were going to go one direction, and we went another direction. Yep. And then I'll let you tell how that match ended with The Rock. I mean, did you see what happened with The Rock and Cody at the end of it?
At the end of the match?
No.
Like the next,
so it would have been the next night on Raw.
The next night on Raw where he was like, I just want to hold the championship. I've gotten to hold every other one, just never that one.
Yeah, he said, I've never gotten to hold that one. And then instead of them having their fight now, he said, I'll be back.
Yeah.
So The Rock wants to go away because he wants to make sure, I'm almost certain it's because he wants to make sure when he comes back for this match with Cody that he's in there 100%, that he rides that storyline. I mean, it's going to be a great storyline for The Rock to come back.
He's probably got like 2 more movies to make between now and then. But
Well, some of it's the movies, but I think some of it's also, they wanted to give Cody time to hold the title.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cody's the face of the company now. Like, Cody, his story was so strong that he usurped Roman Reigns' story. Roman Reigns had held the title for 3 years, and Cody took the attention.
Yeah, winning the title overshadowed his title run length.
Yeah, and I would say, I mean, Roman Reigns did a great job as a champion. I told you it frustrated me sometimes because he didn't fight enough. He wasn't the kind of fighting champion that I want.
I saw a stat, I think, the other day, and it said that he throughout the 1,300 days that he held it, he only defended it 57 times or something like that.
Man, that sounds like a lot to defend it over the course of 1,300 days, which is a little more than, it's like 3.5 years or something like that. But I thought it was 1,200. It may have been more, but oh no, that was my streak. Disregard it. So anyway, not for wrestling, for working out every day. But anyway, so yeah, they also did. I said they did something they don't normally do when someone is the championship. Cody called Triple H out from the back, but more than that, like all of the wrestlers from the back came out to congratulate Cody on this achievement because Cody's dad mentored not just Roman Reigns, so many other great wrestlers.
Jimmy was there, Randy was there. Who else? I mean, I think, John Cena obviously made the appearance in the match too. It knocked out. What was his face? The bigger Samoan dude.
Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, Solo.
And then the Undertaker made his.
Dude, that Undertaker part was awesome. Freaking just him. The Rock's in the ring at the time, and he goes to hit Cody with his belt, the lifting belt.
Yeah.
And you just hear the dun dun, and then the lights just turn off, and everyone just already knows what's coming up next.
I may have to go back downstairs and watch that after this episode, just because that was such a phenomenal match. The storytelling, the bringing in the superstars of the past, and just the way they integrated everything in there. And then on top of that, Samantha, the WWE announcer, who's always super excited, never wants to know the outcome of the match or how it's going to happen. When you heard the way she announced for Cody, I mean, she was so... everybody there was so happy for him. It's such a great, good, feel-good story. So, but with that, I mean, we wanted to keep this episode short. We'd been gone for a while. We wanted to come back from our new studio. We don't have the Christopher sign up behind us, but we will work on that.
We'll be getting that up there soon.
But we had a nice painting that I thought we would go ahead and keep there as well.
What is that, Venice, I think?
I think so. So thank you very much for watching. I'm C1.
And I'm C2.
And this has been
The Christopher Show.